Coming off our huge win against Florida, we jumped to the 15th ranked team in the country, and we finally were able to get into the top 5 of the Heisman race, which is great considering we're 99 overall now. But after our big game against Florida, we faced number 2 ranked Georgia, and this is obviously going to be a dogfight. After not being able to convert on our first drive, Georgia gets the ball and they score with ease, going up 7-0 very early in this game. Trying to run the ball as much as we can, even though they're not really calling a lot of run plays early and often. 2nd and 2 right here, we're able to pound through for about 4 yards. Here we have a nice little stretch where they call a bunch of run plays, but we get blown up in the backfield for a loss of 2. On this 4th and 5, we end up going for it and we make a man miss and end up taking it to the house, tying the game up 7-7. Honestly, I wish our coach would realize that the more he gets the ball in our hand, the better we're going to be off. Our defense does get a stop to make it 10-7 instead of letting them get a touchdown. We have another incomplete pass, and then on 3rd and 6, we end up getting the ball, and we make a pretty spectacular catch for a halfback. Now we're on a 2nd and 11, and we don't make a ton of yardage. Like our line just isn't blocking well. We end up punting the ball, and Georgia scores, making it 17-7 early. Got a nice completion here to Brandon Jones. We're blocking here on a 4th and 2, and we do pick it up with a quick pass. We like those throws. On a 2nd and 2 right here, we have a Texas into the end zone, but we end up dropping the ball. Robert's pretty mad at us, and I would be too. On this 3rd and 2, though, we're cutting inside for Texas, looks at us again, and throws an interception in the red zone. We really can't have those plays against a team like Georgia. Georgia takes that, drives down the field, and we don't get in the game until 3 minutes left in the 3rd, and we're down 27-7. At this point, we're really going to need a miracle to start coming back. On this 3rd and 5, we have a screen passer. We're able to make him miss, and probably should have picked up more, but we cut in trying to make him miss and weren't able to. We get subbed out to get some rest, and we do end up scoring. We do have a chance. We have a quarter left, and we're only down by 2 possessions. We can come back from this. I like the 4 virtual outs because we can kind of do whatever we want. 3rd and 11 here, we do end up getting the ball, but we get stood up. We're at a 4th and 1. We do come back with a pass play, which I didn't love. I really thought we should have ran it, but they throw it to us, and we just can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Georgia drives on the field and scores 34-14 with 3 minutes left. At this point, we really need a miracle, and it starts off well. We get a touchdown right there from Robert to Sydney, and we really like that. We do end up getting the ball back in good position. It's 34-21. Now it's 4th and 10. On the 4th and 10, Robert stepping back, holds onto the ball, and gets absolutely lit up. Ends up turning the ball over, but we get the ball back with 1:23, and then Robert throws an interception that's going to be taken back for a pick 6. With only 37 seconds left, we're really just trying to pad some stats. We get a ball at a 2nd and 1, and on 3rd and goal, we're doing the ultimate stat pad and get a touchdown to make it less bad, but we get absolutely throttled by Georgia. Gonna need to bounce back after this big loss. After a tough loss from Georgia, we play the Idaho Vandals, and being completely honest, we're looking to put up 100 in this game. We're coming off angry. We got to prove to the nation that we've got what it takes to contend with these big teams. Starting off the game throwing the ball a lot, which is good. Get Robert some confidence back after that rough game against Georgia. Right here we have Old Faithful, where he picks up the first on a throw to, I think that was Sidney Mueller, and then have an option here that Robert takes for a good gain just because they're so keyed in on me. On 1st and goal in the red zone, we have a screen pass where we have a juke, have a truck, and score our first touchdown of the day, trying to prove that when we get the ball, coach, that we can make anything happen and make us win football games. 2nd and 10, Robert keeps it, but kind of gets lit up, and still 3rd and 1. Actually get the handoff this time and pick up the first with ease. We get subbed out here, but that's okay. We score a touchdown, making it 14-0, and we just keep getting the ball back. Our defense is really stepping up after a lackluster performance against Georgia. And now we have a nice little breakaway run where we probably should have made a man miss, but we juke right into the tackle. On a 3rd and 6 in the red zone, we end up picking up the first to give us a 1st and goal. And what else would we be doing on a 1st and goal? Besides a read option, Robert walks in a touchdown because they were so keyed in on me. Up 21-0 with 2 minutes left in the first half, and we have a screenplay right here that we're able to juke some guys out of their shoes. Again, getting the ball in space and picking up a first. And we score again. It's 28-0 with time left in the first. And it looks like we're going to score another touchdown. We're getting in the 1st and goal again. And right after that, we score a touchdown reception to Brandon Jones. Makes the score 35-0, but Robert fumbles the ball, and Idaho is going to score a touchdown, the first one of the day, making it 35-7. Another run against Idaho, and man, oh man, we are really padding the stats right here. We have another easy rush in for a touchdown, making it 41-7 at this point. 1st and 10, getting the ball, and I mean, we just make a man miss. We make people look silly in the open field, and that's what we did yet again, scoring a touchdown, making it 49-7. Honestly, I just don't have words to describe this next play, so I'm just going to let you guys watch. And if you thought that play was crazy, we followed it up with this monstrosity. Two back-to-back plays that I would argue are some of the best touchdown runs in college football history, and we absolutely wreck them. We score 5 total touchdowns and over 300 yards against Idaho. That game alone catapults us into first play in the Heisman race, and that's fine, but we want the national championship. But the first team standing in their way is South Carolina. They're 15th ranked, we're 16th ranked. We start off the game hot by throwing us the ball, getting us into the red zone. Robert follows that play off by holding the ball a little too long and getting absolutely crushed for a loss of 6. On this 3rd and 10, though, he steps back and delivers an absolute rifle to Antonio Smith for a touchdown. South Carolina does answer back, though, tying the game up at 7. Here we have our first big rushing play of the day, make a man miss and able to pick up the first. We run a pass play where I'm on a Texas route, makes a ballsy throw, but we come down with it, picking up another first down. Back to the ground on this play, and we're getting some pretty good carries. I'm shocked we're not getting more, but we have to end up punting the ball, and it's 14-7 now. South Carolina leads. 3rd and 2 right here. We have a read option, and doesn't go anywhere. We're on 3rd and 3. We've got our boy Robert throwing it and just throws it away. Now we're on 4th and 3. We end up punting the ball away. South Carolina gets it, and they score. It's 21-7. With barely any time in the first half, we're going to have to score before halftime, or else this could get ugly. But again, Robert throws an incompletion. It is 28-7. With less than 30 seconds left, we end up getting pulled from the game until 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second half. No real reason either. We're down 35-7 now. We have a nice big completion, and on 2nd and goal, we score a touchdown, but that's only a yard, and we need more than that if we're going to want to win the Heisman. We still have time to come back, and we start that with an effort ball right there to Brandon Jones. It was kind of surprising, and on 1st and goal right here, we've got Robert back there who throws the ball and throws it away. On this 2nd and 10, though, Robert steps back, delivers a dot to Antonio Smith, and scores a touchdown. But now we kind of got to hurry things up. We're only down by 15, but we only have 2 minutes left. We're going to have to make something happen, and Robert's killing back, and he's cooking a little bit. We're getting the drive started right. We're at 1st and 10 with only a minute 50 left, and Robert throws an absolute dot to Tom Ramirez for a touchdown, but we got to get the 2-point. That's just as important here as the touchdown, and he throws an odd ball, but it is caught by Sidney Mueller. I mean, my God, what a play, but it's all for nothing as South Carolina scores another touchdown, and we lose 42-28. The most alarming part is probably our worst game in college, even when we started at OU, so this is not looking great. After another bad loss, we were facing off against the Alabama Crimson Tide. They're the 22 ranked team in the country, and we are 24. We're one spot away from being unranked, and that does not sit well with us. For some reason, our coach is very adamant about passing the ball when we have runs like this. It really shocks me that we're not pounding the ball more often, but Robert doesn't find me open there and gets a 1-yard reception on a 3rd and 9. It's surprising to me. Another 6-yard carry for us, and that's the end of the first quarter. Nothing has happened. It's 0-0. We're going to need something to happen in this game for us to take the lead. We have a nice throw right there by Robert to Antonio Smith, picking up the first. And obviously everyone's favorite, the halfback screen where I can make something happen. We make a juke move, take it all the way to the 3-yard line, and on 1st and goal right here, we have Robert who throws an absolute laser to the 1-yard line. Then we obviously get subbed out, and it's 7-0 without us being on the field. And again, we're getting subbed out at like random times, and I don't know why. It's the 3rd quarter with 2 minutes left. We're only up by 3. I just feel like half the game we've been out. And on 3rd and 23, we make something happen. It's 4th and 1. We come back in and we pick up the first. I'm not sure what more we could do, and coach is still putting us out. 3rd and 6 with 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We have another screen, which obviously helps pad the stats of Robert, which I don't think we need to do, but it's 4th and 2. We're only up by 3 at the end of the 3rd. This is not looking good for us. Starting off the 4th quarter on a 1st and 10, and our boy Robert throws an interception. And not just an interception, he throws a pick 6. We are now down by 1 point. On a 2nd and 12, we finally decide to run the ball, which is not what we want to see. And I'm just flabbergasted by our coach's decisions here. Robert is not playing well. He's playing worse than the quarterback we had at OU. And I'm shocked at this point. Now, we are in field goal range. We just need to maybe run the ball a few times to get in range, and then we can kick a field goal, win this game, but we keep throwing it. And he almost throws the interception right there. I don't know what we're doing. And on 3rd and 10, we are taken out of the game. They don't run the ball. and we lose 17-16. We lose by 1 to Alabama. Another game where we're not utilizing a lot, and we're trying to think if this was the right decision. Other players are winning player of the game, and we're just dropping games left and right. I mean, this is not good.